During my 38-year career on the bench, I had occasion to swear in various officials here in Depew. Judge Gordy Willis, you remember, Judge?
Sure
I swore him 3 different times. Good friend of mine. And you remember Dave Mazur, Trustee Mazur?
Yes, we do.
I swore him in and whatnot. So, who's being sworn in? Come on up.
So we have obviously Judge McDonald. We have
Good. Come on, right over here. Watch your step over this.
All right.
and
You can assume right back there a little bit.
Trustee Darren Zimba and newly elected Trustee Robert Morosky.
Okay, now, we're not ready to swear you in quite yet. All right? Now, it's an honor and privilege to swear in Kathleen McDonald as Village Justice for Depew, Darren Zimba and Robert Morosky as Village Trustees. Judge McDonald, Trustee Zimba and Morosky, the voters of the Village of Depew have placed their welfare into your custody. This is not done necessarily on the basis of your popularity, but rather on their judgment of your ability to properly conduct and carry out your respective duties for Depew. Justice McDonald, Trustees Zimba and Morosky, remember to always conduct yourselves with dignity in carrying out your duties. That you have been chosen to be Village Justice and Village Trustees is a singular honor. For many are called, but few are chosen. You're the chosen ones. Now, Justice McDonald and Village Trustees Zimba and Morosky, do you accept the offices to which you have been elected? Yes.
I do.
Are you ready to resume the obligations and perform all the duties of your offices without reservation?
I am.
All right, now, Justice McDonald, Trustees Zimba and Morosky, place your hands on the Bible and repeat after me. We'll start with Kathleen here. Now, repeat after me, Kathleen. I, Kathleen McDonald,
I, Kathleen McDonald,
pledge upon my sacred honor
pledge upon my sacred honor
that I will perform
that I will perform
the duties of Village Justice
the duties of Village Justice
for the Village of Depew
for the Village of Depew
to the absolute best
to the absolute best
of my ability,
of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
All right, we'll go with Darren. Repeat after me. I, Darren Zimba,
I, Darren Zimba,
pledge upon my sacred honor
pledge upon my sacred honor
that I will perform the duties of Village Trustee
that I will perform the duties of Village Trustee
for the Village of Depew
for the Village of Depew
to the absolute best
to the absolute best
of my ability,
of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Robert? I, Robert Morosky, Jr.,
I, Robert Morosky, Jr.,
pledge upon my sacred honor
pledge upon my sacred honor
that I will perform the duties
that I will perform the duties
of Village Trustee
of Village Trustee
for the Village of Depew
for the Village of Depew
to the absolute best of my ability,
to the absolute best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Okay. So I, J. Michael Kelleher, in accordance with the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of New York, hereby declare Kathleen McDonald Village Justice for the Village of Depew, Darren Zimba and Robert Morosky Jr. as Village Trustees for the Village of Depew. Congratulations. Let's have a nice round of applause, please. Mayor, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Oh, you still got it, huh? Okay.
The next piece.
That was really nice.
It was.
I'm going to call this first meeting of this new year, and this is the reorganization meeting for the Village of Depew, April 7th, 2025, and it's 7:07. We'll have the pledge by trustee Kraft.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing for just a second. Within the depths of our being lies an untapped wellspring of potential, a boundless reservoir of strength. With unwavering resolve, may we recognize our power to create change, weaving transformation into the fabric of our personal lives and the world beyond. Let empowerment be the anthem that propels us forward, guiding us towards a brighter, more compassionate future. Thank you. Notification of fire exits.
The emergency exits are located to my left and to the rear of the room. In the event of an alarm or emergency, move in an orderly fashion to the exits and evacuate the building.
Need a roll call, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Here.
Trustee Zimba.
Here.
Trustee Kraft.
Here.
Trustee Adolph.
Here.
Mayor Peterson.
Here. First item tonight is the order of voting.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make a motion and move for its adoption. The order of the roll call vote by the Honorable Board of Trustees will be as follows. 1, Morowski Jr. 2, Trustee Ziemba. 3, Trustee Kraft. 4, Trustee Adolph. 5, Mayor Peterson.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Second item tonight is the seating arrangement.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion and move for its adoption, offered the following resolution and move for its adoption. Seating arrangement is to be as follows, north to south. Trustee Ziemba, Trustee Morowski, Mayor Peterson, Trustee Adolph, and Trustee Kraft.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Third item of business tonight, appoint Registrar of Vital Statistics. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Regina Kronkowski to the position of Registrar of Vital Statistics for the term of 1 year to expire at noon on the first Monday in April of 2026 at no additional salary. Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Trustee Adolph.
Yes.
And Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Item number 4, appoint a deputy mayor. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Trustee Andrew Adolph to the position of deputy mayor for the term of 1 year to expire at noon on the first Monday in April of 2026 at no additional salary. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You're welcome, sir. Next item of business, appoint the deputy clerk. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Melissa Dabb to the position of deputy clerk for the term of 1 year to expire at noon on the first Monday in April of 2026 at a salary set forth in the budget per this year. Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Next item of business, deputy village registrar.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved that pursuant to Section 4121, parentheses 3 of Public Health Law, is hereby appointed Lisa Barone to the position of Deputy Registrar of Vital Statistics for a term of 1 year, said term to expire at noon on the first Monday in April 2026 at a salary set in the budget per year.
I second that.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Item 7, appoint the village attorney. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Samuel A. Alba to the position of village attorney for the term of 1 year to expire at noon on the first Monday in April of 2026 at the salary listed in the budget. Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Edoff.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Appoint village prosecutor, part-time position. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Daniel Schaus to the position of village prosecutor, part-time, for the term of 1 year to expire at noon on the first Monday in April of 2026 at a salary stated in the annual budget. Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Edoff.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Appoint acting village justice. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Paul T. Bumbalow to the position of acting village justice for the term of 1 year to expire at noon on the first Monday in April of 2026 at a salary listed in the budget. Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Edoff.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Judge Bumbalow, welcome back. It was a short retirement. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We're glad to have you back.
It's a pleasure to be back and look forward to working with Judge McDonald for another year. Thank you.
Our court system does a tremendous job upstairs.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you two back.
I think we would both agree that without our clerks, we couldn't survive.
Okay. You worked that out over the last couple of weeks? All right. Next up, appoint a planning board member pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law. I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Stephen Soka to the Village Planning Board for a 5-year term with said term to expire at noon on the first Monday of April in 2030 at a salary set per session as noted in the budget. Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Edoff.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Item number 11, appoint zoning board member pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law. I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Eric Overholt to the balance of former ZBA member John Spencer's term on the Village Zoning Board, with said term to expire at noon on the first Monday of April of 2028 at a salary set forth in the budget. Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Edoff.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
So Eric moves from an alternate position up to take the balance of John Spencer's term. John Spencer moved to the planning board. You'll hear that shortly. Appoint zoning board member. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Michael Gallivan to a 5-year term on the Village Zoning Board with set term to expire at noon on the first Monday of April 2030 at a salary set forth in the budget. Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Edoff.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Thank you, Ben.
Mr. Gallivan, welcome aboard to our zoning board.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity. Just getting started here in politics in Depew. I'm really looking forward to working with all of you, working on, keeping Depew the way it is,
Good.
fresh, and working on a new Depew, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have goals, right?
We have a lot of people that sort of work their way in from the planning or zoning board, get their feet wet a little bit, and then usually ascend from there. So we're glad to have you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep. Appoint alternate zoning board member. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Paul Sprata to the Village Zoning Board of Appeals as an alternate for a one-year term with said term to expire at noon on the first Monday of April 2026 at a salary stated in the budget per variance when filling in on the zoning board. I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morosky.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Appoint Recreation Director. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Kevin Ferguson to the position of Part-Time Recreation Director for the term of 1 year to expire at noon on the first Monday in April of 2026 at the salary listed in the budget, and I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morosky.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Kevin? Thank you. I know I didn't reach out to you before this. I just assumed you were coming back. I'm glad that you showed up to accept that.
Come and see my buddy Keller, right?
Okay. One of the things is having continuity in the positions helps the village immensely because it's not a new learning curve all the time for somebody to come in. I know there was a point where I think the village went through 3 different recreation directors, including yourself at one point, in a short period of time. And you're constantly remaking the wheel. So I appreciate the leadership that you have over there. We've increased our staffing with a full-time person in Kathy Gary to help out. The park is tremendously different than it was 6 years ago when you came on board and going back when you were first as a director over there. A lot of activity, and there's more that we need to do.
A lot of activity tonight, too.
Okay. Some more ice time being rented?
Well, we got that, we got the park's crowded right now.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin.
They're playing pickleball, they're playing basketball, they're playing floor hockey, yeah, it's pretty crowded.
Cold.
April is pickleball month.
That's right, I forgot.
Is it, they have a month for everything, don't they? That's great. Good work.
Yeah. Next item is appoint emergency manager. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Galen Papura Jr. to the position of emergency manager number 137 at no salary for a one-year term with set term to expire at noon on the first Monday of April 2026. Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morosky.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Next item, appoint the deputy emergency manager. Pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law, I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint R.J. Neiman to the position of deputy emergency manager 137A and no salary for a one-year term with said term to expire at noon on the first Monday of April 2026. Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morosky.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
So for those paying attention to the scorecard, what we've done there, at the request of the 2 emergency managers, is they flip-flop roles for this year. So Galen went from the deputy to the main guy, and RJ has assumed Galen's position as the deputy. They, again, going back to what I said about the recreation, Galen and RJ were here even before I became mayor, so that's 7+ years, and their role has expanded tremendously as well. They're involved in almost any emergency that gets called out today. Next item. 17, renewal of the OEM under the umbrella of the Depew Police Department.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion to move for its adoption. Whereas the Office of Emergency Management, OEM, has always been staffed with appointed members by the mayor and reappointed on the first Monday in April of the following year. And whereas the OEM will continue to operate with a minimum staff of an emergency manager and a deputy emergency manager appointed yearly at the annual reorganizational meeting, and will continue to operate under its own budget. And whereas OEM has been operating since June 13th, 2023, under the umbrella of the Depew Police Department. And whereas currently the same two members of OEM have continued to have a very strong bond and passion to assist in the overall protection of the residents and businesses of the Village of Depew by being involved in the development of Incident Action Plans, IAP, for such village events such as summer concerts, Founder's Day celebration, the annual tree lighting ceremony, the joint Veterans Memorial Day Parade, and the answering of all emergency calls regarding the BNIA and recent COVID health crisis, recent blizzard, snowstorms, and electrical outages, among other village, town, county, or state emergencies. And whereas over the past 6 years, the OEM has been working closely with the DPD, and this past year under the umbrella of the Depew Police Department. And now, therefore, the Board of Trustees of the Village of Depew wishes to extend for an additional 12 months the alignment of OEM and DPD until the first Monday in April 2026 or sooner if the Mayor and Village Board determine that the arrangement is no longer working as planned.
I second a motion.
A roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Number 18, attendance at association meetings.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution, move for its adoption. Whereas there is to be held during the coming official year various association meetings, and whereas it is determined by the Board of Trustees that attendance by certain municipal officials and employees at one or more of these meetings benefits a municipality. And whereas Section 77-B of General Municipal Law provides for the attendance and reimbursement of claims upon prior approval by the Village Board. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the following municipal officials and employees, parentheses, or their designee, close parentheses, are hereby authorized to attend monthly county and Western New York associations meetings and/or seminars of which the village is a bona fide dues-paying members. Village Board, Administrator, Village Attorney, Deputy Fire Clerk, Village Justice, Court Clerk, Clerk of Justice Court, Fire Marshal, Assistant Fire Chiefs, Emergency Manager, Deputy Emergency Manager, Police Chief, Superintendent of Public Works, and Code Enforcement Officers, provided written notice is given to the Village Board prior to the attendance of said meeting and noting whether or not a village vehicle will be in use.
Aye.
Be it further resolved, the attendance at any conference is authorized in advance by the Village Board resolution.
I second that.
A roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
We're off by 3 minutes, Galen.
We just finished. We
You
just
could
I
have,
was at the call, so.
oh, okay. You could have walked in just as I was appointing you as 137.
Okay.
Again, I made a mention before you walked in that you've been, and you and RJ have both been in the OEM positions since before I was mayor, so it's 7+ years, and the continuity speaks for itself. And again, what we just did as you walked in was we continued the working arrangement as it is with PD. We just have not had enough time to sit down and discuss it. We've had other issues.
Sure.
So right now, we're just keeping status quo, but with the idea that it is working at this point, and we'll continue to make improvements on that. So
Thank you.
we appreciate both of you
Yeah, thank you.
and RJ.
Appreciate everything.
Next item of business, advanced approval of claims.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, the village administrator is hereby authorized to make payment in advance of audit for claims for the following items: public utility services, postage, freight and express charges, payroll, and charges for attendance at official meetings, seminars, and conferences.
I second the motion.
Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Number 20, the appointment of committees.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Be it resolved upon recommendation of Mayor Kevin Peterson, the following standing committees for the official year 2025-26, consisting of the following members of the village board are hereby appointed, the first named as a chairman. Finance, Purchasing, and Insurance, Trustee Adolph, Trustee Kraft. Disaster Preparedness and Public Safety, Trustee Adolph and Trustee Kraft. Zoning and Community Development, Trustee Morowski and Trustee Ziemba. Personnel, Trustee Ziemba and Trustee Morowski. Public Works and Solid Waste, Trustee Ziemba and Trustee Morowski. Intermunicipal Cooperation, Trustee Adolph and Trustee Kraft. Recreation, Seniors, and Veterans, Trustee Kraft and Trustee Adolph. Depew Business Liaison, Trustee Morowski and Trustee Ziemba.
I second the motion.
The roll call vote, please.
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
So I know that with the exception of Trustee Morowski picking up some of the committees that the late Audrey Hammerneck had, there are some in here that I was torn a little bit because, Chanel, you're working with the businesses with your food thing. So it was I was thinking, all right, well, is that Depew Business Liaisons? It could be. Could be community development. So because you're pigeonholed maybe into this doesn't necessarily mean that you can't, venture outside of that box. I know that Trustee Zimba had requested remaining on the solid waste, and he's done a tremendous job working with the Nest committee, and he requested that he have that back again. I know he's been on top of it when we've done our e-waste program and working with the county with household hazardous waste. And some of these may not actually pop up until maybe we have a problem. And hopefully things like personnel stay at a sort of status quo, although we'll be getting into that again with new CBA starting next January. So again, the continuity, it speaks for itself. I appreciate all your help with that. Number 21, mileage allowance.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas the Board of Trustees has determined a fixed rate for mileage as reimbursement to officers and employees of the village who use their personal automobiles with prior approval from their department head while performing their official duties on behalf of the village. Now therefore be it resolved, the Board of Trustees shall approve reimbursement to such officers and employees at the rate of 70 cents per mile.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Number 22, per diem.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution, move for its adoption. Whereas the Board of Trustees is determined to pay a per diem amount set forth below for any meals taken during a conference or training seminar that are not paid for as part of that conference or training seminar. that employees or volunteer firefighters are attending on behalf of the Village of Depew. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees shall approve reimbursement for breakfast at $12, lunch at $15, and dinner at $25. Detailed itemized receipts must be submitted to the Clerk Treasurer's Office with the voucher as proof of the expenditure before reimbursement is made.
I second that.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
So I know the prices have gone up in all the restaurants, and $25 isn't going to get you that surf and turf dinner, but if you want to splurge for the extra amount above that, you're welcome to do so, and just don't put any alcoholic beverages on the thing. So you're not going to get the top food allowance, but we've kept them at that number. Thank you. Next item, official depositories.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, the following banks are hereby designated official depositories for the Village of Depew funds for a term of 1 year, said term to expire at noon on the first Monday in April 2026. Bank of America, Depew, New York. Manufacturers and Traders Trust, Lancaster, New York. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, Buffalo, New York. Key Bank, Depew, New York. Citizens Bank, Depew, New York. New York Class, White Plains, New York.
I'll second that
Need
motion.
a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson. That's carried.
Item number 24, the official newspaper of the Village of Depew.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved that the Depew Bee is hereby designated as the official newspaper in and for the Village of Depew, New York, for the term of 1 year, said term to expire at noon on the first Monday of April 2026.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Item number 25, the official meeting dates.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, regular meetings of the Village of Depew will be held on the second and fourth Monday of every month at 7 p.m. in the council chambers. There will be a pre-board meeting prior to every regularly scheduled board meeting at 5:30 p.m. in the conference room in Village Hall.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
Item 26, special meetings.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, a special meeting may be called by the mayor or any two trustees by giving all members of the Board of Trustees 24-hour notice, and a special meeting may be waived of the 24 hours notice if all 5 board members consent to such waiver.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Item 27, public comment rules and procedures.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas members of the public may wish to address the board during the public comment portions of the village board meeting, and whereas the village board wishes to maintain an orderly comment period, giving all residents the ability to speak. Now therefore, be it resolved that a person present at a village board meeting, upon recognition by the mayor or individual present in the chair, may address the board for a maximum 5 minutes, period of 5 minutes, with the mayor or chair having the ability to further restrict the time allotted to a person whose remarks are repetitive or irrelevant, or are not germane to the matter under consideration by the board. And be it further resolved that the mayor or chair may at their discretion choose to defer comment to a later date or to provide a written response to the question or questions presented.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Morowski.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
And finally, item number 28, the adjournment for tonight's meeting.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we adjourn tonight's reorganization meeting at 7:38 PM.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried.